Let's kind of transition to some fun stuff. Let's talk about YouTube in general, man. Who fucking edits your guys' video, man? I love the editing.
Chris.
That's me, baby.
He's found his running pun. He's found his stride in editing videos for sure.
I have gotten a lot better again. Yeah.
I mean, to start, I thought I was like, this is 10 times as good as whatever I could do. But now it's like, it's funny because we probably a couple weeks or maybe months at this point, we asked for anyone who's like, oh, do you want to edit our videos? Mm-hmm. And I think we got applicants here and there, but like nobody who really made sense. Yeah. And I feel like people probably think that Chris doesn't still edit the videos because like of the quality they've gotten to, especially the World Championship one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I did a lot of video editing in high school, and then I didn't do any video. Well, I did a couple of videos in college too. Mostly just stuff for OnlyFans and whatnot. But then, no, I'm just kidding.
Dude, that's not a bad gig. An OnlyFans video editor.
I had a friend that did that.
Yeah. Oh, actually?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They made a couple thousand in the summer.
It's not bad. No little bonus. Okay.
Yeah, it was his feet.
Really?
No way. I was gonna be like,
I do have a friend. They did make a couple thousand in the summer, and then they stopped doing it. Okay. Maybe it was just a little weird for them.
I'm sure it gets weird as shit.
If you just don't show your face, it could be all right. But
my experience with editing, like I was horrible, man. It took me days to get an episode out in terms of like editing and then fully publishing it, because it's not like the editing is hard, but like actually splitting things, because this is my strategy. My computer just died. This is my strategy what I do when I post content. I have a full episode, and then I find like the meat of the episode nuggets, of like what this segment here could generate a lot of traction
on its own.
Like let's hypothetically say someone wins the Super Bowl. Okay, I'll make a clip of my Super Bowl segment and then have as an individual video. So like finding the right segments and then clipping them and then editing them individually, that took me so much time. But over the course of time, I learned a few tricks, shortcuts, just like Control F, blah, 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 this, and it can snip this. Yeah. And over the course of time, it's really nice to just be more efficient with your process. Things that took me a day would now only take me 2 hours now.
For sure.
Well, it doesn't drive you away from being creative, because like, I feel like back in the day, if we were like, oh, we want to do this really complicated video, we'd been like, I don't know. We got to set aside like 2 weeks for filming and then like editing. And if I feel like back in the day, I don't know if we had to like reshoot anything, but we definitely had stuff that we like forgot to say or include in the video.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you guys have a lot of B-rolls? Like do you like re-video?
So it's like hit or miss on what we have time for, I'd say, like when editing. So yeah, so I definitely in the last year I've gotten a lot faster and like do some like, I don't know, try to like do more like meme stuff and fun stuff. I don't know. Try to up the quality a little bit. But I used to, like when we first started doing the podcast, I would always do like basically, you have the full episode, like audio and video. Then you have like a couple clips of it. And then you have to make like the vertical versions for Instagram to promote it. Yeah. And then you got like your thumbnail, you got your audio version thumbnail, which is different because it's not widescreen, it's like square. And then you got like the description and like all this stuff. There's so much stuff. So I try to do that sometimes. And like you're saying, I try to, if it's something where we're talking to someone that's like super well known and they're talking about something specific, I'll try to like pull that out and like keep it its own clip. But I don't know, I guess the last couple months I've been mostly just throwing up the whole video and saying fuck it. I mean, I think that the whole like the people that listen to us regularly, they like to listen to the whole video or want the whole video. So even if it does hurt our YouTube whatever channel metrics or whatever, it's like but the people that appreciate it. So
right.
But honestly, I could be doing a lot more in that regard of like cutting out certain clips better, making more reels versus like instead of doing one post to promote a podcast episode, like set up like one day is a picture, the next day is a reel, the next day is another reel. Like you could
be really calculated about it.
You could be more calculated about it. That's what I hate. I absolutely love video editing. I hate everything else. I hate that the description matters. I hate that the thumbnail matters. I hate that YouTube cucks you all the time on promoting it. I hate all that stuff.
Do you do a lot of tags?
I do everything. I don't know what makes a difference and what doesn't make a difference. But I try it all.
Dude, this is literally my job. I work with Google products, including YouTube. I do YouTube ads, and like in terms of like organic YouTube stuff, like what we're doing, I feel like the tags do nothing for me.
I don't think they do. I think they're not used much at all. Yeah. So I don't know.
What percent of both of your time do you think is spent on actually chopping the video and then like pushing it out to whatever channels like YouTube, Insta, whatever?
Oh God. Well, actually this last podcast episode with David Kilgore took like over 4 hours to render on my computer because it's 4K for 2 hours.
I was going to say, was it because of my blue shirt on the green background?
No, did you watch it? It was perfect. I keyed it perfect. It was money. No, so that took that long, and then uploading, I don't know. I'd say honestly, editing just the video and the audio itself is probably only half the time. And then the other half is like the art and separate clips and rendering and uploading and description and all that other bull crap that is so annoying. Prepping the Instagram post. Oh my God.
Yeah, I used to do like actual photo shoots of like me, and then like on side, like the topic of like, let's say I'm talking about Corey Belmore, like left is picture of me, right is picture of Corey. That's just like, that doesn't really help me in terms of like impression to click rate. It's like, why don't I just do a picture of just Corey if I were to do it that way?
For the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like sometimes that's just enough just to get someone to click, because like, they're like, who the hell is this dude? I don't know who this dude on the left is. Yeah, well, I know Corey. I mean, click on Corey.
Exactly. Yeah. So close up of someone's face, or like close enough that you recognize them, is definitely a good thing to have in there.
You'd think that like it would be better as far as recommendations go, to where you didn't have to spend that much time on thumbnails and like the other metadata stuff, to where it's just recommended because of like the type of content that you're producing.
Well, back in my day, no, when I first started making YouTube videos in 2006,
Chris could have been Mr. Beast.
No, honestly, when I first started making YouTube videos, you couldn't upload a custom thumb. It had to be picked like
from your
when you upload the video, it gives you 3 options, and then you can do a custom thumb. They never used to do that. So when I took the break of, making videos from like 2010 till like 2020, basically, and then went back and I was like, what the fucking custom thumbnail? Like, what is it? Because people put up thumbnails and it's like, that's not even the video.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's so annoying,
I get pissed off when I have misleading thumbnails. I'm like, not even like a part of it.
And like fucking FlowTrack does this too, where it's like it'll be their podcast. I mean, we do it too, so I guess I can't talk too much shit. But
I hate the player, not the game, or something like that.
I'll be searching. So like for an example would be like if I search right now for like NCAA D1 cross country nationals race, like maybe their video will come up first, and they'll have a picture of like Connor Mance running. So I'm like, oh, that's got to be the race. And then you click on it, and then it's just them talking. It's their podcast. They're just talking about the race. So I'm like, you bastards! Like I was looking for the race, but I guess we do that too.
I posted that video, by the way.
But we would probably put.
But at least we have the people on our.
We would add the word like recap or something like that, not actually like pretend to be the video.
I've noticed this before, like in like NBC when they're posting Olympic footage, sometimes they'll literally have a picture of a girl's ass from the race and put that as their thumbnail.
Yeah, they do. I know they do.
And it drives a lot of views.
I know they do. I mean,
that's savage.
You got to click and see what it is, right?
It's like, what do you mean? This is part of the race. This is live footage from the race. This isn't clickbait.
I actually have noticed that more recently.
It just clipped that way.
Yeah.
Like, no,
that was the YouTube suggested thumb. Whoops.
Oh, man.
That split second.
Well, yeah, but like in terms of like actual recording, like writing my content takes me about like one night, like a couple hours a night. Recording, prep. I go to my makeup room, my bathroom.
Yep.
Start wash water on my face. I'm like, this is gonna be a good episode. I look in the mirror and say that. And then like actual recording, it's like an hour and a half. And then the actual editing, like 5 hours.
Yeah.
And then like, actual editing is like 2-3 hours max. Actual uploading, that's the most tedious part.
Yeah.
Because like I have to like
Google Fi or whatever the hell.
Because like right after I clip it, I gotta upload them individually. Make a clip art, have a description, have a title, have my tags, have the recommendation video. What they call like the recommended video.
Oh yeah, the end cards and then the end screen and all that bullcrap.
The end screen I can actually do because I always have it to my videos. It's just like a copy and paste thing. Yeah. But after doing that, then I gotta go to Linktree and then
copy and paste
that. Put the latest.
Yeah.
And then I'll arrange the order of who I think which videos can get the most clicks based on my audience, because they're mostly people from Iowa, because like it's like family, friends. It's not like organic fans that I've gotten through YouTube. So like I have to like, then I do the Instagram and the Twitter posts of like episode release. And I have to like word it differently because Twitter has less characters. Yeah. And Instagram, I got to have all the right footage. Oh, and then I make clips or like preview videos. And that takes a while too.
Because you're like, what do I pick?
Yeah.
Right. Because sometimes it's either a clip from the show or it's like an actual skit that I write.
Yeah. Yep.
How long until
stuff.
you think people are gonna like take like major in YouTube in college?
5 years.
Honestly, that's definitely a thing.
There's social media classes that's universities now.
If anyone wants to get that education for free and edit videos for the Beer Mile podcast, we are actively looking for applicants.
We pay you though.
The Comeback Sports podcast is now looking for applicants.
A paid internship with the Beer Mile intern to full-time role.
And it won't be like Blizzard, like no sexual harassment.
No, yeah, we promise we will always be kind to you.
You'll probably never see us.
You just have to hit deadlines, and that's it.
And if you don't hit
and
deadlines,
if you don't hit the deadlines, no. I mean, I think it'd be fun to have a junior or senior in high school, or even a college kid that would be willing to like learn some video and audio stuff and just edit the videos and audio and take over the social. That'd be good with me.
Teach us how to use TikTok.
Honestly, and that too. Like, give them all of our footage that we've gotten through the years and be like, make some TikToks
can you make
out of this.
Like memes out of this.
Yeah, make a lot of. Take this. Honestly, we should just take like all the Beer Mile footage that we have, or the Ben and Jerry's footage. Like, take little pieces of that, put it to a song, and put it up on TikTok. There's probably something in there that will go viral.
TikTok is better with trends, though. You have to like learn how to do trends, and I don't know.
Yeah,
that's what I appreciate about Vine is there is no rules.
Right.
You just post
Vine
anything.
didn't have a formula. TikTok is like, oh, this trend is viral right now. I need to go like.
You need to get into
this.
that black hole engine.
TikTok was just like, I am a creative like crackpot, and here's a crazy thing that
everyone's
going to
retweet it basically because it's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Vine.
Life was
you have
so
7
much easier.
seconds to be funny. Go.
R.I.P. Vine.
Oh, I don't have the Vine sound effect on here.
What's the Vine sound effect?
Well, frick, I can't remember who it was. The impact, the bomb. Shoot. You would know it if you heard
like a
it.
Taco Bell sound?
No. You would know it if you heard it.
No.
Anyway.
If AJ and I don't remember it, I think you made it up.
Well, if you listen to the last episode of the Beer Mile podcast, it was at second 16 into it where I used the boom sound effect in between the intro of David Kilgore and us introing.
I'm glad you didn't shout out like something more specific than second 16, like further into the video, you still knew the time split.
Yeah. It's like 16 second on the intro.
I was expecting like a These Nuts kind of soundbite.
God.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Firing away.
Man. Oh, shoot. Well,
what's your one tip for these future YouTube kids?
All right,
or podcasts.
For anyone that has a full-time job and wants to pursue YouTube videos or podcasting, here's my number one tip. Make sure you have a backup plan. Don't be like some people where I'm going to do YouTube full-time. I got 50 subscribers, dude. I'm going to be big someday. Oh, make sure you have a backup plan, man.
Well, it is kind of like it's a slow grind.
It's a slow grind, dude. No one gets famous overnight, believe it or not.
Right.
It may look like that to some YouTubers, but enjoy it, man. You just got to enjoy the process. Like if you enjoy it, if it goes south or it goes big, you're going to have a good time regardless.
Yeah. If you're only doing it to make money and get famous, that's probably not good because you're going to want to give up before you ever get there.
Yeah. Good point.
Before you want to be big, just make sure it's good content.
That's right.
Yeah. Make sure you like making it too.
Yeah. You have to like making it. Because otherwise, well, then it would just suck. I mean, it'd be just like having any other 9 to 5 job, you know, then it would be a job.
So from the moment you guys press play or press upload that first video for the Beer Mile podcast, were you expecting it to be how it is now?
I was expecting us to be a lot bigger by now, to be honest. But
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
I was going to say, I was like, damn, all right.
I didn't know what we were going to do.
Yeah.
Honestly. Because when we upped the first couple episodes were just us, we didn't have guests, and so no one listened to them.
To me, like the numbers are like have always been kind of like these like magical fake things that like don't really like mean things. Even if like for the world record video, like I don't know how many hundreds of thousands we're at right now, but
almost 200, yeah.
But to me, I'm like, oh, like 200. That's like, I don't know what that means. I guess we've had videos.
It's good for us, but it's like in the grand scheme of things, it's like, it's not that good.
Like I don't have like a physical representation of that. Whereas like I feel like now the thing that more is like stands out to me is like talking to fans, and I'm like, oh, like people actually like give a shit about us. That's weird.
It is weird. Yeah.
To me, I look at the engagement, like how long they watch my video. Because like I remember when I first launched, like my average engagement or like the per average view percentage was like 15-20%. And that was probably just like family, friends, or family members like, oh, AJ launched a podcast. Let's give him support. And then over the course of time, people stop riding that wave. And because I stopped posting on Facebook because it was just not the best traffic. Right. I wanted to challenge myself and get organic traffic through YouTube by clipping videos. And like, I know it's over time, it goes from like 15-20%. And a couple weeks in a row, I've gotten like 40-45%. That's so good. Like I consider it as a win. Like, sure, my views are nowhere. Like it's plateaued, but it's
so hard to like look at when you get that super high engagement. You're like, what did we do that was good?
I know. And that's exactly it. There's no exact formula necessarily.
Right. No,
like as long as you're doing something that you like doing and then you think it's good or good enough, at least doesn't even have to be like, not everything you put out has to be like the best thing in the world.
No,
as long as it's pretty good, someone's going to like it. Hopefully a lot of people, but you never know.
Yeah, and it was a good time to jump into YouTube because during COVID, YouTube viewership has skyrocketed.
Oh,
that's all people are doing.
That'd be a fun graph to see.
Yeah, I mean, because now that everyone works from home, you just leave it on during the day when you're working, and YouTube hours watch has got to be through the roof with remote work.
Right. I can tell you this. It was the summer of COVID, so summer 2020. Google sent us a kind of a pamphlet or like on just like advertising on YouTube. They said, oh, did you know since the pandemic started, YouTube viewership has increased 30% year over year.
That's nuts.
So it's like, I'm sure it was up
because it was already high. So 30% is a lot. Yeah.
And YouTube is the second most used website in the world. So 30% of that is just astronomically huge in terms of overall viewers.
That's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Well, just keep growing. Keep
to the moon.
To the moon.
All right. So what's next for you guys?
Oh man,
gonna eat a lot of food at Thanksgiving.
True.
I don't know what is next.
We redid I guess on the site we redid the event like submission form.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully more. Yep. Actually, like a lot of people have signed up for a site, which is dope.
Yep.
What do you guys host your site on, by the way?
It's all custom.
Yeah, it's all custom.
Is it like WordPress?
No. It's all custom.
Shout out nerds at Vercel.
Oh.
Vercel.
That's the company that open sourced the shit that we use to make the site.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So when you guys upload content on YouTube, do you guys have to manually publish it on your website?
No, we have it's like a pretty small script that checks, I think, every hour.
Oh, wow.
For uploads.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, now we need to just do that for, well, you can't really do that. I was going to say we need to do that for like Twitter and Instagram. We should make like a Twitter bot that's like, hey, new podcast episode. But
you probably could.
But it'd probably be better to not have it look like a bot and actually like write something custom that people
I don't know, dude. Some of
the
Twitter bots are pretty funny.
They are pretty funny. Yeah.
Sometimes I can't tell though.
Yeah.
We should train a bot just like on cross country and track and field Twitter and like have it post stuff for us.
Be pretty funny.
That would be pretty funny.
So do you have an LLC or a business, or you just?
No, I do not.
So you should here's my tip of the day. You should make an LLC.
Okay.
And then you start like everything that you buy is a write-off. Right. So then you're getting it for like 30% off. That's the way to do it. So
every
like
day
computer, microphones, phone bill, just say it's all for your media company.
Okay.
Just AJ Media LLC or something. Boom.
Edge Media.
Edge Media.
You should do it.
At work, we have this espresso machine, and like we have like plastic cups, and like when I make someone like a latte, I'll draw like a picture, and then I'll put Edge Bucks on it.
There we go.
So I need to get an LLC for that.
You should. That's the way to do it. I'm excited to do taxes at the end of the year because on paper the government's gonna think we lost a lot of money this year, baby.
Yeah, good thing it's an LLC because otherwise I'd have to catch up.
Catch up what?
I'm still on 2019 taxes.
Yeah, when are you going to catch up?
Next year.
Next year.
Okay.
Next year.
Okay. Well, you're going to get a nice fat loss from the LLC
on your
income taxes. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of need it this year.
Yeah. Same here. I've been making so much money. I need to counterbalance all the money I've been making, No.
There you go. All right. Anything else you guys want to share?
Oh yeah. Let's do this. You can cut this out of your version if you want, but shout out to Lyle, O'Brien, 219
Our mans.
marathon today. He's one of our patrons on patreon.com/beermile.
Also ranked 11th historically for the 800 meter runs put on by
800 meter at the brewery in Colorado.
in
where
Longmont or
yeah.
wherever it is.
So Lyle, shout out to you.